Going to do a live session here. Want to do it face to face. Haven't done one of these in a while, so we're just setting up the tripods that way I don't have to hold it. There we go. So what's going on? Hope you're all doing well. So as everyone's coming in, one of the things in my podcast I've recently been talking about is just today, fake it till you make it. And so I want to be able to kind of address that because I think sometimes people, they misunderstand that fake it till you make it and what that means, what that can mean to you, and how you can deliver on that kind of attitude to fake it till you make it, where I think sometimes people, they end up acing life, and that's not fake it till you make it. That's just being fake. And I understand the desire to want to be able to have nice things, but understand that those nice things don't define you. They don't actually give you any kind of life meaning. And so that's kind of where I want to come from today. Positive vibes. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. And I know you'll have some thoughts on this, thoughts on fake it till you make it. And that's why I want to talk about it. A little lunch sesh before it's time to get back to hitting it out. Hammy, how you doing? Or is it Hamid? Hamid. I think it's Hamid. We're talking about fake it till you make it. Fake it. I'm going to write it in here. Fake it. What do you guys think that means to you? Fake it. Dude, why isn't it fake it? Till you make it. There we go. Fake it till you make it. All right. So in my mind, what it means is that you're faking the confidence, fake like you've been there before. So even if you don't necessarily know how it's going to work out in the end, whatever you might be working on, let's get some specifics here. Let's think about the person that's applying to medical school and you're going in for an interview. You want to fake like you belong, even if you don't think you got the grades, you don't have the boards, you don't have whatever those, the MCAT score. It's faking that you've already been there, that you earned a spot. Hey, how you doing, Josh? Drunken some. How you doing, Camilo? KT Anchor Nation, buddy. How you doing? Donna, how you doing? Talking about fake it till you make it, everybody. Let me just pin that. Hey, how you doing, Positive Vibes? You're a fantastic human being. Positive Vibes, everybody. Hopefully you're following Positive Vibes 101. Talks about just being positive. Fantastic stuff. That's good, Sherman. So it's this idea that you want to fake the confidence, fake that you've been there before. If you've never, Camila, how are you doing? KT. It's like, so for example, let me just use the context of I'm going to be a personal trainer, okay? So I've never done that before, right? I haven't. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a, exercise science major. By the way, your degrees mean jack squat in a world that you can show people exactly what you can do. So proof is in the pudding. It doesn't mean that you need to have an 8-pack. It doesn't mean that you should be working on your sports bra. I think that, by the way, is a short-term game. You can get a lot of likes, but you're going to get a lot of freaks, by the way. And I talk to a lot of personal trainers out there, and they tell me, especially the female ones, there's really crass things that happen out there. Fake it with a purpose, absolutely. So, my mind, I want to be a personal trainer. You guys know that's not my world. I don't live in that. But what I'm going to do then is I'm going to show videos of me exercising. I'm going to show videos of me working with a friend and working out with them. I'm going to show videos. Josh, how you doing? Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Camilo. And so in my videos on Facebook, on my Facebook business page, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, I'm going to be having little 1-minute videos where I'm going, doing that, exercising, right? Because I'm showing people what I can do. I'm going to show people how I can work out with other people. The other thing that I'm going to do is, let's say, for example, I don't have a friend that's comfortable with me videotaping them, then I'm going to get a tripod like I have right now, and I'm just going to video myself. And I'm going to I'm going to act like my page, then I'm giving the advice to you. So you guys are watching me. I'm going to say, hey, Instagram followers, thanks for following me. Here's my ideas when it comes to this kind of exercise. So by being able to do that, sorry, I have to just cancel this phone call. I can get them later. By being able to talk to the community like they're my client, I'm going to start engaging with them in a very unique way, and they're going to like that. They really will. And if they don't like it, then they won't like it. You know what I mean? Then they'll go on to something else. The other thing that I'm going to do on Facebook business page is I'm going to post me ranting about food, right? And so I can be coming into my house and I can show you, I can show you guys because I don't really care. Look, you can see here, got some smots. fruit snacks. They're meant to be okay fruit snacks, but I got a box of Oreos. I got Spam in there because I like it. Now you're going to find, okay, so then there's the stuff from the ground, right? So I'm going to talk to that in a Facebook business page post, how food is so important when it comes to nutrition. And so what's going to happen is I'm showing everybody what I can do, what I believe on, what my thoughts are when it comes to health and nutrition and exercise. They can see exactly what's happening. Short-term game is the dude the girl that works on her sports bra and then takes a photo up here, so she's showing off all the goodies, and they get a lot of likes. It feels good. But you get poor engagement because you don't get people that actually respect what you can deliver on. You get people that like what they see, the superficial side of things, not that valuable if you want to become a personal trainer. Let's see, sometimes you don't have the confidence, but if you have a little bit of extra je ne sais quoi, I like that, you can get it. KT, absolutely positive vibes. Next gen, je ne sais quoi. So the other thing I think of then in faking it till you make it is, let's say you're not as confident as you want to be. That's okay, because we don't expect you to have all the answers. And it's hard in today's world because it's not that information is changing. Obviously, there's certain key elements that exist within ourselves. There's, the sun rises on the east, sets in the west. So there's just kind of some pillars in life. Gravity still exists, right? The theory of relativity still exists. But there's a lot of information that's just new. And what you're basically doing a lot of times is just filtering it for people. So we're basically like DJing or curating information for people that makes sense to them. And so what's interesting though is that our circumstances change, and when our circumstances change, then the information just might not be as important as it is in a different time period. Having bad reception, I'll watch later. Have a great day. Great day, Camilo. Lady Light, thanks for joining. We're talking about fake it till you make it. The other thing that I think of then when it comes to having nice stuff, because I understand people want to have nice things. Now let's clarify the difference between nice things and like name brand, because I think people that want to go after that define themselves, define their confidence, define their who they are, their self-worth based on stuff. That's a very, very losing game, because in fashion, there's always the next thing. In cars, there's always a new car. In housing, there's always a newer car. And so the problem with that is by putting our aspirations on anything that's fleeting, because it'll rust away, it'll wither away, it'll eventually go the way of the earth and be dust, it's garbage. You're going to find yourself constantly chasing something like a hamster on a wheel. They're putting in a lot of effort, a lot of energy, but they're actually not even going anywhere. They're just standing still. And so it might feel good to buy a really nice piece of clothing. It might feel really good to buy that really nice car. But if you don't really have the substance of yourself, the belief in yourself, you're going to find yourselves, and myself, right? If I were to put all my things, we're all together in this. It's not you versus me. We're going to find ourselves really lacking in satisfaction of life. And I find that that's far more valuable to me than the feeling I get when I decide to start the car and go for a drive. I find natural and cultural foods are key to true health in a long-term way. Absolutely. Super, super valuable. What do they say? If it grows out of the ground, to a certain extent, it's going to be good for you. Obviously, you can manipulate it so that way it's not good for you, like corn. And all of a sudden now, how does corn create sugar? Amazing to me, the science behind that corn syrup. Basically what happened is the United States had way too much corn. What do we do with it? Let's figure out how we can kind of shove it in food. And we did. And let's see how we can shove it into oil. And we did. So, ethanol. Ethanol comes from corn, if you're not familiar with that. So, I want to encourage anyone that's on this. Don't feel like you have to have everything buttoned up, because nobody does. Nothing's perfect. And so it's totally okay to have some things that in your life that you wouldn't want anyone else to see, right? You wouldn't want people to see your dirty laundry. Good, because I don't want to see it either. At the same time, I don't need to be shown it. Like if I'm engaging with you, I don't need to know that, right? So if, let's say, you decided to start your own business, it doesn't you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be a mega millionaire. There's really good odds if you were a mega millionaire, you wouldn't want to be working with me. And so there's this attitude that it's okay to be starting where you are. Oh, great book, by the way. Chris Gardner, he's worked the book Pursuit of Happiness. You might have seen the movie. He was depicted by Will Smith in a movie back in 2008. Phenomenal story about a man, how he just chose, despite all the odds, to choose to be a father, a single dad in San Francisco back in the 70s. And it was his pursuit to get an internship at Dean Witter in financial advising, and when everything kind of was saying you shouldn't do it that way, or couldn't do it. And he wrote a book called Start Where You Are. And I think for a lot of people, that's exactly what we need to do, is we see where we want to be. We see all the voids in our lives, and we say, okay, that's where I want to go. I'm starting right here, though. What am I going to do to move forward? So, hope you can move forward. Sherm's out.